Welcome to this gentle, nourishing evening yoga seated stretches class. This practice is wonderful to incorporate into your daily or your weekly rituals to support you in slowing down, returning inwards, and remembering your natural state of peace and well-being. We'll begin today's practice in Sukhasana, easy pose. Allow yourself a few moments to settle as you arrive here comfortably, lengthening your spine, softening your shoulders, relaxing your arms, and letting go of any noticeable tension. And let's take a moment to cleanse our energy. We'll take a moment to release everything that we've been holding on to today, all of the stories, all of the to-do lists. So let's go ahead and clear our inner energy channels, taking one gradual inhalation and slowly exhale that air all out. Twice more. Big breath in and big breath out. Once more, really giving yourself permission to surrender and to meet yourself in a space of openness. Take an inhalation here, and on your next exhalation, gently turn your head to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale, turn your head to the left. And again, notice the gentle stretch for the sides of your neck. Perhaps you feel this in the upper back and around your shoulders as well. Let's go for one more round in each direction. The next time you return through center, gently lower one ear to one shoulder and begin to circle your head and your neck, breathing at your own tempo. The neck and the upper back can often be a region where we really hold on to tightness, where we harbor emotions that come up throughout the unfolding of our day. So just gift yourself the space to soften into the upper body. It might not be immediate, although you can trust that with each exhalation you are creating space. You are allowing yourself to let go. And gently slow down your movements. From here, rest your fingertips atop of your shoulders. Begin to circle your elbows behind you, up towards the sky, and join them together. Creating some circular movements with our arms. Notice how this feels in and around the shoulders. And let's swap the direction, finding a nice opening across the chest and the heart space. One more circle. And gently release. From here, let's find our cactus arms. Elbows are bent. On your inhalation, arch your back, draw your shoulder blades together. Exhale, round your spine, maybe you join your forearms together. Inhale to open. Exhale to close, and again. With each exhalation, you might like to stretch the back of your neck as you tilt your chin towards your chest. Notice how nice this feels to move the upper body, which perhaps has been in a stationary position throughout much of the day. And gently release. And from here, palms behind your back, feet slightly wider than your hips, toes out on a diagonal, and gently knock your knees from one side to the other, lifting the opposite hip as you do so. Finding a gentle spinal rotation for the lower back, as well as stretching into our hips and the outer thighs. Let's go for one more round in each direction. Now that we've gently warmed up our joints and our muscles, we're going to come into a static stretch, placing your right shin on the mat. Cross your left shin atop of your right, roughly aligning your knees with your ankles, feet gently flexed. You have the option to stay upright, perhaps resting your palms on your lap, or if you'd like to intensify this stretch or maybe just relax the upper body, you're welcome to hinge the torso forwards, starting at the hip joint, allowing the chest to follow as you fold forwards towards the earth. Maybe you keep your arms straight, maybe you come onto your forearms, leaning into whatever feels appropriate for you this evening. You might notice a tremendous stretch for the outer hips, the outer glutes, and that's okay. See if you can utilize each breath as a way of softening these sensitive regions, as a way of creating spaciousness and letting go. Offer yourself one more breath here. Inhale and exhale. If you were in the forward fold, use the support of your arms to help lift your torso. Maybe you roll your shoulders back and down a few times. From here, let's swap the cross of our legs. So we'll place the left shin on the earth, right leg stacks atop of left. Now, if you need to take a moment to stretch your legs, your feet, or your hips in between this posture, feel free to do so. And when you're ready, find the variation that feels nice. As we rest here in this posture, see if it's possible to free your mind of any chatter, free your mind of any to-do lists, any reflections of today, and just allow yourself to breathe and to notice where you feel sensation, to notice where there's tightness, to notice where you can direct your breath to allow softness into your experience. Now, naturally, the mind will wander, and that's okay. Just notice when this happens and lovingly guide your attention back towards what's happening here on the mat. Offer yourself one more breath in our double pigeon. Inhale. And exhale. On your next breath, lift the torso, roll the shoulders back. Option to find a bit of dynamic mobility. And when you're ready, we'll come into our Cowface pose. So right knee points out in front of you. From here, we're going to cross our left knee atop of our right. Feel free to press your palms into the mat, lift your pelvis, and shift your body around if you need. You can rest your palms atop of your left thigh, or if you'd like, on your inhalation, raise both arms skywards. From here, bend your right elbow. Use your left hand to guide your elbow behind your back, behind your head. You can stay here or lower your left arm down. Bend the elbow. Maybe your fingertips touch. Maybe you clasp one hand with the other. Continuing to broaden across your chest. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Maybe you stay here. Or on your exhalation, hinge from the hips and let's come into a forward fold. We're just going to be here for 2 breaths. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath. See if you can release the tightness and the tension around your outer hips. If you were in the fold, lift the torso, release your arms, find a few shoulder rolls. That was a really intense stretch. From here, begin to shift to the right. Place your fingertips behind you, press into your hands to lift your hips. Continue to pivot around in a circle to face towards the front, and maybe you'll arrive with your right leg crossed atop of your left. If that didn't happen, just uncross and recross your legs with the opposite leg on top. If you need to readjust the pelvis, that's okay. On your inhalation, raise your arms skywards. Exhale, grab a hold of your left elbow with your right hand. You can stay here, or if you'd like to come into the full bind, lower your right arm, maybe your fingertips or your hands touch. Continue to soften your shoulders down away from your ears. Inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, we fold. Release the hips. Release any tension from your face and your jaw. We're here for 2 nourishing breaths. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath here. On your next inhalation, lift the torso. If you were in the arm bind, you can release your arms, roll the shoulders back. That was an intense stretch, both for the upper limbs and the lower limbs. And from here, join the soles of your feet together, knees out wide, coming into our bound angle Baddha Konasana. Again, you always have the option to stay upright, maybe rest your hands in your lap. And if you'd like to find a more passive variation, let's come into a forward fold. Allowing the spine and the neck to round. If it's in your practice, you could always rest your forehead on your hands. Soften your belly. Breathe. Offer yourself one more breath in butterfly. Gradual inhalation and a nice slow exhalation. If you are in the forward fold, use arm strength to help you lift the torso. Roll the shoulders back. From here we'll come into a wide-legged straddle position. So lengthening both legs out, you can decide the intensity of this stretch. So by keeping your legs closer towards one another, that's going to offer you a gentler modification. From here, let's take a side bend to the right. Either placing your arm behind your right leg or in front, it's up to you. Noticing the beautiful opening for the left side of your body. Take a nice inhalation here. And on your next exhalation, pivot your torso towards that right leg. One palm or one forearm on either side of your leg, melting your heart towards your thigh. If you need to straighten your arms here, that's absolutely okay. Working within your possibilities for this evening. One breath in this seated side bend. Really breathing into the left side of your lower back. And if you're in the fold, let's gently press up, lifting the torso. Roll the shoulders back, inhale. Exhale, side bend to the left. Reach your right arm overhead. Continue to open your heart. Create space between your shoulders and your ears. Offer yourself 2 loving breaths here. Perhaps directing your breath towards the right side of your waist. Inhale here, lengthen the side body. And on your exhalation, pivot to frame your left leg. Left palm on the inner seam of your left leg, right palm on the outer seam of the leg. Softening the upper body. Notice where you feel the stretch. Maybe it's everywhere, perhaps in the outer hips, the inner and the outer thighs, the hamstrings, the back and the neck. Wherever feels appropriate, send your breath there, send your awareness there. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale. On your next breath, lift the torso. On your inhalation, stretch the arms overhead, lengthen the torso. Exhale, hands towards your heart. From here, let's gently come into a comfortable seated position. If you need to stretch out your legs for a moment, go ahead and do so. We'll place one palm on our belly, the other atop of our heart. Offer yourself a moment to receive and integrate the benefits of our practice together. Recognizing that this peace and this inner tranquility that we've returned to is always accessible to you. and it is only ever as far as the next breath away. On your inhalation, stretch the arms overhead. Exhale, guide this loving energy in towards your heart. Let us close practice with the mantra Om. Inhale to prepare. Om. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining this gentle evening yoga stretching practice. If you liked this video, please do subscribe to my channel, like this video, leave a comment down below, share it with a friend or a loved one, and I look forward to connecting with you on the mat soon. May you be well.